Hey boos, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make broiled lobster tails in a garlic butter herb sauce. This is a very quick recipe and an easy way to put a spin on making lobster tails. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to make this delicious recipe. If you like these kind of recipes, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell because I do post 3 times a week. Alright, now let's get into the video. So for this recipe, we will be using bay leaves, rosemary leaves, red pepper flakes, 3 sticks of butter, 100% lemon juice, pink Himalayan salt, paprika, Old Bay seasoning, black pepper, parsley flakes, 6 to 8 cloves of garlic, ground sage, and 8 lobster tails. So the first thing I'm going to do is chop up my garlic. Make sure you chop these up really fine. And there's not really much to it. I'm just chopping these up. As you can see, my chopping skills are not the best. Also, be sure to check the description box below because I post the full recipe and step-by-step directions. Once I'm done chopping these up, I'm just going to place these in a bowl and set them aside. So now I'm going to butterfly my lobster, which is actually very easy. All you do is just cut it down the center. And you open it up from the middle. Then you put the lobster meat on top of the tail. Then voila, you have a butterflied lobster tail. Now I'm just going to show you guys how to do this one more time. So I decided to do the rest of these off camera just to save some time, but this is what your lobster should look like when you're all done. So now I'm just going to set these aside so I can get started on my butter sauce. So I start off by heating up 3 sticks of butter on low heat. Once that butter has melted, I'm going to add in my garlic. Give that a good stir. So I am adding 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, 2 bay leaves, 2 teaspoons of rosemary, 2 teaspoons of parsley. If you have fresh parsley and rosemary, definitely use that instead. 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of 100% lemon juice. If you have fresh lemon, you could squeeze a wedge instead, and 2 teaspoons of ground sage. So once I'm done adding in all my ingredients, I'm just going to give that butter sauce a good stir and then set that aside. Now back to these lobster tails. I'm going to season these up with Old Bay seasoning. As you can see, I only used a little bit, and that's because the butter sauce already has salt in it, but just season these to taste. And next I'm going to add paprika, and that is really just to give it more color. If you don't really care for the color, you can skip this step. And now it is time to add our butter sauce. As you can see, I'm just taking the butter sauce and I'm distributing it over every lobster tail. If you guys have one of those brushes, you can brush the butter sauce on instead. But if you don't, you could just do like me and drizzle it on top. When you're done, you should have about half of the sauce remaining. You just want to set that aside because we're going to use that later. So now I'm just going to pop these in the oven and broil them on high for about 10 minutes. You want to make sure you stay by the oven while you make these and keep checking on them because they do burn quickly. So it has been about 10 minutes and I have took my lobster tail out the oven and this is what they are looking like. So right now we are pretty much done. I'm just going to add the remainder of the butter sauce on top and plate these. And that is the final product, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.